Good morning, class. Today, we're going to explore the multifaceted meaning of the phrasal verb break down. To make our lesson more engaging, we'll use animated conversation examples and participate in question-answer sessions. Are you all excited?
Yes, ma'am.
Great! Break down is a versatile phrasal verb with various meanings. Let's begin by discussing its first context. When you hear the phrase break down in the context of analyzing or explaining something, what do you think it means?
Does it mean to divide something into smaller parts to understand it better?
Spot on, Kiara. That's exactly right. Break down in this context means to analyze or explain something in detail by dividing it into smaller parts. Now, let's watch an animated conversation example to illustrate this meaning. Amy, a math tutor. Tom, a student struggling with math. Amy and Tom are sitting at a table, going through a math problem.
Don't worry, Tom. Let's break down the problem step by step, and you'll see it's not that complicated.
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate your help.
In this conversation, Amy uses break down to suggest the method of analyzing the math problem step by step to help Tom understand it better. Now, let's move on to the second meaning. What do you think breakdown might mean in a different context?
Could it mean when something stops working?
Excellent guess, Justin. You're absolutely right. Breakdown can indeed refer to when something stops working or falls apart. Let's explore this meaning further. Imagine you say, "My old car broke down on the way to work." What does that imply?
It means the car stopped working, and you couldn't continue driving.
Perfect, Anna. Now, let's watch an animated conversation example to see this meaning in action. John, a driver. Sarah, John's friend. John and Sarah are talking about John's recent car trouble.
Yesterday, my car broke down in the middle of the highway. It was a total disaster.
Oh no, John. What happened?
In this conversation, broke down is used to describe the car's malfunction, leading to it stopping in the middle of the highway. Well done! You've grasped the second meaning of breakdown. Now, let's move on to the final context. When you hear breakdown in the context of losing emotional control, what do you think it means?
Does it mean someone becomes very upset or cries?
Exactly, Tony. Breakdown can also mean losing emotional control or having a negative reaction. Let's watch an animated conversation example to illustrate this meaning. Emma, a stressed out student. Jennifer, Emma's best friend. Emma and Jennifer are talking during a stressful exam week.
I can't take this anymore, Jennifer. I'm so overwhelmed with all the assignments and exams.
It's okay, Emma. Let it out. Sometimes, it's good to break down and release the emotions.
In this conversation, breakdown is used to express Emma's overwhelming emotions and the need to release them by having a good cry or emotional release. Now that we've explored all the contexts of breakdown, let's have a question-answer session to reinforce our understanding. I'll provide scenarios, and I want you to identify the relevant meaning of breakdown and explain it. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Scenario 1. Your classmate is struggling to understand a complex concept. How would you suggest helping them?
I would say, let's break down the concept into smaller parts, and it will be easier to comprehend.
Fantastic, Kevin. You correctly identified the meaning of analyzing or explaining something in detail. Let's move on to the next scenario. Scenario 2. Your friend's laptop suddenly stops working. How would you offer assistance?
I would say, oh no. I'm sorry to hear that your laptop broke down. Maybe we can take it to a repair shop.
Excellent response, Anna. You understood the meaning of something stopping working or falling apart in this scenario. Now, for the final scenario. Scenario 3. Your sibling is going through a tough time emotionally and starts crying. How would you comfort them?
I would say, it's okay to break down and let your emotions out. I'm here for you.
Well done, Justin. You correctly identified the meaning of losing emotional control or having a negative reaction in this scenario. Wonderful job, everyone! Today, we explored the multifaceted meaning of the phrasal verb breakdown through animated conversation examples and interactive discussions. Remember, breakdown can refer to analyzing or explaining something in detail, something stopping working or falling apart, and losing emotional control or having a negative reaction. Keep practicing and using it in your everyday conversations, and you'll enhance your English fluency.